When it comes to the Xenoblade game, you can expect a great story with fun and intriguing characters, heavenly music, and beautiful locations around the ever-changing worlds of this game. In my playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 so far, everything has made me wanting to play this game for more and more hours out of the day. As of right now, I'm in chapter 3, and everything up to this point has been making me want to dive into this story more and more. If you want to join me on this journey as I play through the story and eventually get my full review of the game, make sure you subscribe with notifications on because I will be live streaming and eventually making shorter form videos of said live streams. There are story elements that I want to get into without really getting into spoilers, but there are some things in chapter 1, even in the beginning, that shows us that Noah doesn't really want to fight, and he really wants to figure out why we are fighting in general between the two kingdoms and colonies. Eventually, we meet up with the other characters from Agnes, and we start to see how the two kingdoms interact with each other, and they just fight just to fight and not knowing the actual reason why. Eventually, without getting into some spoilers, we get into some emotional things, and the two characters end up playing their flutes together, and them sounding together was so beautiful, and it had me almost shedding a tear. I love the way their flutes look. Uh,
Wamba.
So close to making it.
oh god. That song is actually really, really pretty. That's all I'll get into right now with the story, and I can't wait to see where this story is taking me. As I've been progressing through the story, the world feels more and more alive. And part of that is because as you go through the story, more enemies may be apparent as you go through the story, depending on how you're going through the story. And even if that isn't the case, you see monsters fighting each other and you can choose sides on who to help. Things like that make the world feel more and more alive rather than the other games. This world also feels even bigger, even though I haven't gotten that far into the story. And according to the developers, it's 5 times bigger than Xenoblade 2. The gameplay feels more refined than previous entries of the series. The game also does a good job of letting you know how things work with tutorials and tips, and if you have to go back and refresh your mind, they have drills in the main menu to make sure that you know what you have to do. The new battle system takes what Xenoblade 2 and Torn of the Golden Country did and makes it even better. I like how the different kingdoms' arts charge differently, and it makes for some interesting ways to get off combos. The chain attacks also feel more intuitive and fun to do. I also love the idea of fusion arts, taking an art that you're using in your specific class and using an art from a different class that you've unlocked and fusing them together and making their abilities fuse together. I also like the fact that they brought back the way of finding items from Xenoblade 1 and X. I don't really mind walking around and seeing different collection points rather than one big collection point and hoping to find some of these items. With the music so far, I haven't heard a bad song in this soundtrack. From the slow emotional flute songs to the rampant up-tempo battle songs and the songs from location to location and everything in between, it's making my musical ears sing and love every minute of it. Eventually, I want to have a separate video on the music of Xenoblade 3 and how it tugs at your heartstrings and what I really enjoy out of the music. So be on the lookout for that video after I beat the game. Overall, I'm loving this game, and so far, I can't wait to see where this story is taking me and how the world builds out. If you want to join me on this journey again, don't forget to subscribe and put on notifications because I stream over here on YouTube. And I am streaming every second that I play this game until I beat it. Hey, look, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have yourself a damn good one.